Hi, in this video I'll go over constructing a confidence interval for one proportion. Suppose 70% of 300 randomly selected local students reported on a survey that they always wear a seatbelt when traveling in an automobile. Construct a 95% confidence interval for the population proportion of local students who always wear a seatbelt. Okay, first recall that your sample proportion is formed by taking the number of students who reported always wearing a seatbelt divided by the sample size. We are given the sample proportion, which I'm labeling p hat. Some books might use a different symbol. 0.70 equals x divided by 300. So if I want to find out x, which I'll need for my calculator function over here, I just take 70% of 300 to get x, and that's 210. So when I go over to the calculator, under stat tests, I'm going to pull up the one proportion z interval, and the calculator just needs to know the number of students who said they always wear a seatbelt. That's 210. It needs to know the sample size, 300. And in decimal form, it needs to know the confidence level that you'd like for your confidence interval. And then we'll just hit calculate. So over to the calculator we go, to stat, over to tests, and make our way down past all these hypothesis tests. Get into the second page where the confidence intervals are, and we'll find the one proportion z interval, and hit enter. And here we go. If I had not already calculated the 210, let me show you an interesting thing you can do. So I did my scratch work first, but I could right here next to x type 0.7 times 300 and then press the down arrow, and it does the math for me. Had that come up a decimal, not a whole number, I would need to type over it the nearest whole number. X is a count. It's the number of students who reported always wearing a seatbelt. It has to be a whole number. N, the sample size, is 300. The confidence level is already set at 95% because it's a frequently used confidence level. So we simply go to calculate, press enter, and here is our confidence interval, roughly about 0.65 up to 0.75. So I'm 95% confident that the population proportion of local students who always wear a seatbelt is roughly between 0.65 and 0.75. Hope this was helpful. This concludes this video.